What's poppin', friends? Nex here, glad you could join me for a few minutes today. And today I'm finally back to my weekly uploads. The past few weeks have been rough with me recovering from being sick, losing my voice, and then just having no time around work. However, I'm going to do the topic I said a few weeks ago I would do, conventions. I used to attend a local anime convention every couple years, but it was my first con where I got this absolute banger of a story. So sit down, buckle up, and please learn from my mistakes. At my first ever anime convention, I was understandably super excited. I was having a ton of fun running around and looking at people's cosplays. As it turns out, there were two really cool Soul Eater cosplayers who were both doing a Stein cosplay. I ran up the ramp that they were on and took their picture. With my very nice Nikon camera in hand, I started back down the ramp to my three friends, who were all patiently waiting for me to get my hyper ass under control. And I fell. Now, this ramp wasn't carpeted. You know that really smooth, polished stone that a lot of places use for fancy yet durable floors? My forehead came in contact with that. Full force. And at the time I was also 100 pounds heavier than I am now, so it was quite the smack to the pavement. My three friends and I were getting rides from my mother, who would drop us off at the convention center in the morning and pick us up when the sun went down. So I'm trying to call my mother because I just feel hot liquid pouring down my face, and I'm freaking the fuck out. Unable to get in contact with my mother, my friends are all freaking out, trying to help me stop the blood on my face. Now this is a good time to mention that I was doing a home cosplay of Grell from Black Butler, so I had a red jacket that I sacrificed for the sake of my white shirt, and I wrapped that around my head. So we've then found a convention center employee. I want to point out that we did not locate a member of the convention staff, but a member of the convention center's staff. Remember that because it will be important later. So they give us directions through a screening room to public safety, which is their first aid office technically. In truth, it's where they keep a first aid kit. So I go to public safety with my friends, those poor souls. None of us knew how badly I'd fucked our day up, honestly. Public safety is behind the scenes of the convention. It's in the back hallways where the helpers for the con go back and forth for quicker, more convenient travel. Now, it was absolutely empty when my friends and I went this time. No one was running around in the back. There was just a singular gentleman attending public safety at the time. He was awesome. Poor guy panicked probably just as much as me when he saw me walk into the office with blood all down my face and neck. He hands me some alcohol wipes and bandages through the glass shield. It was a very crime-heavy location, so everyone in offices like this are behind glass for safety reasons. And directs me to the bathroom to tend my wound. Now, I clean my face, and I have a remarkably similar to the boy who lived red split in my skin. Right on my forehead, direct center. I put a bandage on it, join my friends, and we go back through the screening room quietly to go back to the convention. Not too bad so far, right? Going around the convention an hour or so later, I run into another friend whose mom joined her at the convention. Her mom was our school's nurse, so I figured this was perfect. I show her the wound and she demands to see public safety so she can patch me up better. We go back through the screening room, back into public safety. My friend's mom gets bandages, alcohol wipes, and pushes the skin back together with a butterfly bandage, which honestly felt better than my haphazard giant bandage. This took probably about 20 minutes. So we go to leave back through the screening room, and the door is locked. For a few minutes, we just stared at the door, then started down the hall, trying every door along the way. We probably tried 5 doors before the 6 of us were approached by a very confused-looking man. As it turns out, this was one of the primary leads of the group that put the convention together, and he walks us through the back halls to get us back into the convention center. He was also kind enough to point out where the convention's first aid room was on the small convention map we got with our ticket. So the 6 of us go to the first aid room, and they take care of my head pretty quickly with much better supplies than the first aid kit public safety had. So if I had to offer convention advice, make sure you check where the utilities of a convention are and what they provide before you attend. When you pick up your pass, map, and booklet, plan things out and make sure you do a quick walkthrough to find all the helpful spots. You know, food, drink, first aid. Before you start waiting in lines or running around like a fucking maniac with a camera. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Stay safe, friends. It's a wild world outside.